Hi, everybody. I realize I'm coming on no notice, and sometimes it happens. It's okay. We're just going to be here to help each other. Life is tough. Life can be so tough. And let's just be here for each other, whether it's, virtually, whether it's through, communication in one form or another, like on the phone or emails or private messaging. There's just so many ways we could contact people and we could have people in our lives. And we should seriously keep in touch. That's what I love to do. I love to help people, mentor people, life coach people. I just love helping people. There's no doubt about that, because giving does something for me. It just makes me feel like my life is more valuable, more worthwhile. And I find a lot of things to keep me busy and a lot of things to keep me interested and keep me going. But sometimes I have even more to give and I just don't know where to give it. So that's where I'm at, and I just want to be able to help you. So let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. And think about it. What motivates you? What builds you up, lifts you, keeps you going? You got to dig deep sometimes. You got to find out inside, what is it that makes you tick? What is it that you need? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you doing your routines that we've talked about? Are you practicing self-care? Are you doing those things that just make you feel better? And are you digging out the old stuff that's not working for you and getting rid of things in your life that aren't working for you just to find those things that really do work for you? Just try, look around. Everyone is so different. We all work differently. There's different things that make us tick. There's different things that wear us down, different things that excite us, enlighten us, motivate us, drive us. And then there's other things that drain us and just really make things hard for us. So I just think if we can start looking at ourselves and just figuring out what makes us tick, then it makes life a lot better. Because once you know, oh my goodness, today I just took this quiz. I hope I can remember what it's called. It's called the four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin. She's the lady that wrote that book, The Happiness Project. She's wrote several other books, and I'm just really interested in her right now. And that's kind of how I am. I just go through these waves, and I just find things that inspire me. I'm constantly looking for things, and there's always more out there. So hopefully you can find some of that here. I do have a lot of energy. There's no doubt about that. That's something I can't fake. When I'm working, my energy is driven. It's not in my voice and in my personality. When I'm working on a project, boy, I'm beelining it. Just move out of my way or I might tackle you and roll you over. But all in all, I just have a lot in my heart, and that's where all this comes from. What are you like? Do you know what's going on inside you? Since we're all motivated differently and things can wear us down and beat us up, my goodness, I just think about all the different times in my life where I've had problems and things I've tried to overcome. And when I live in that problem, it makes things just worse. The problem gets bigger. It's like they say, making a mountain out of a molehill. You just really want to be able to find solutions to fix those problems, because living in the problem gets you nowhere. So one thing that really works for me is having several projects going on at once. And what I mean is there might be several things in my head that I'm working on for me to help me be a better person and to feel better about my life and about the things I'm doing. But physically, I have several projects going on at once. So there's several things I'm keeping track of, because otherwise I get bored. Maybe it's a type of ADD, I would say, but I just have to constantly be working on things. And as I complete one thing and move to the next, I just feel so much gratification, so much self-satisfaction. It just makes me so happy. So, I wonder if you know those things that are going on inside you. Are you like that? So I can even read, I can have a stack of books. I usually have about 6 or 7 books going at the same time, depending on what I feel like reading that day. But I'm constantly trying to read 30 minutes a day. I tell my kids, read 30 minutes a day, especially in the summer so you don't get rusty. And how can I tell them to read 30 minutes if I'm not willing to read for 30 minutes? So I'm always doing that because it's so good for your mind and your brain. Otherwise, you kind of get sluggish and you feel boring, like there's not enough going on. And I really do just try to keep that running tally of books. But then eventually I finish one and then I'll work on the next. I might even add a new one to the mix, but I'm constantly rolling with those 6 things. And probably generally 6 is a good number for me. I generally have about 6 projects going on at once, and I can see the order that they need to go in. I can manage all of these because I plan really well. I plan really well in advance. And that just helps my life keep going. It keeps me from feeling down and depressed and sad. It just keeps me motivated, keeps me happy. And I hope that you can find something that motivates you and works for you, because I know that life isn't easy. I know it's hard. Sometimes it's harder than others. Sometimes we're going through stuff. Sometimes we're just having challenges, or we're just having problems or issues that are coming up, or maybe childhood stuff that we're working on. All these things just can help our temperament just get so skitty-wampus, and I just like it to be more an even kill, where you just kind of are just going along and you just feel smooth in life. And you know, it's kind of fun because Gretchen talks about that in her book, and I think that's so exciting that there's a book on this kind of thing, because that's how I am. But one thing that's really important for me is if I'm not making progress, it makes me feel sad. If I don't see those projects coming along and I'm not making benchmarks and taking care of things, I just don't feel good about myself. So I have to work on them so that I can keep myself motivated, and it's really, really helpful. I don't want to do things that are going to make me feel like a failure. So I'm always doing things that are realistic, and I'm working on projects that are going to help me feel better about myself. You know, it's a struggle for me if people get in my way when I'm working on a project, unless it's a project where I'm welcoming people to come in and help me. Like, for instance, gardening. A lot of times I have a system that I'm doing, but if someone wants to help me, I'll let the kids move the hose for me while I work on, you know, pruning my tomato plants, which are doing really good, by the way. And if I'm cleaning a room, I'll get a hand to help me move stuff, or have the kids bring me stuff. If I'm working in the kitchen, you know, I'll just have somebody run and grab this or mix this up. Just anything I can think of to help get more people involved. But there's some projects, like making my bed, just get out of my way. It's going to take me 2 minutes or less. If you help, it might take me 5 or 10 minutes. My husband sometimes will pull up his side, but not very often. So I'll just do that. I don't mind. It doesn't take me long, and it's actually kind of... it just lets me know that my day has started and here I go. So, this week I've been working on my office. I rearranged my office. I don't know if you can tell really that much, but that's been my project for the week. Last week I worked on the pantry. I'll be posting a video on that soon. I got a lot of stuff together for it. I just need to do the commentary on it. And then... I just think I'll keep that going for you, and I hope that you like it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are excited about the things that I'm talking about, so that we can keep this going. When you respond to me and you let me know that you like it, then I know that it's worth your while, and I know that I want to keep going. I love listening to podcasts. I love listening to YouTube videos. I even have to listen to some of mine when I'm having a bad day to remember, oh yeah, that's who I am. That's who Michelle is. And that way I can keep going. And hopefully this will help you feel motivated and keep going too. Next week, I'm going to be working on my master closet, because it'll be the master bedroom zone. I'll be working on my closet, and I'll actually start on my husband's this weekend if I can finish my office on time. I'm kind of excited for that, because that's one thing I'm going to do for him for Father's Day. I found some cute things I want to buy, and we've got a little date planned, but I wanted to do something physically for him so he could see that, and that's where that 5 love languages come in, because sometimes when you're not sure what's meeting someone's love language, you can try a little bit all of them and see which one responds the most. And I don't know that acts of service is really my husband's love language, but it is something he needs help on, and he really appreciates when I do it. And he does thank me. He doesn't do very good at keeping it up, but he tries, and I really appreciate that. And it just is one of those things that help us get along better. And so I just want you to know that you're amazing, you're great, you're beautiful. Think of positive things about yourself so that you can just keep going, and write yourself little messages if that helps. They have sticky notes. You can even make a little chart with 30 days to see how many days you were nice to yourself. There's so many things that we can do to help lift our morale, keep us going, and just remember to find something to make life worth living, to help make it worth getting out of bed in the morning, to just help keeping us going. And the more you look at and the more things that you find that help you, post what works for you in the comments. I would love to know what's working for other people. But all those things I listen from working in my garden, so you get that vitamin D and that fresh air outside, to reading books, to doing my routines, to giving to other people. All of those things help me thrive and feel really good about what I'm doing. So I hope that these things might work for you, and I hope that you're able to find the niche that helps you keep going so that you don't want to give up. Sure, if you feel like giving up, you can put it off for the next day and then start again. A lot of times I find that something's not working, I'll reassess it and get going again. And boy, does that help me get things done. So take care, have a great day, and just know that I'm rooting for you, cheering for you. And if you need anything from me, let me know and we'll get together. Take care. Bye-bye.